says we are at stage 2. You just finished stage 1 full stage revision. Okay. So we will
Yes.
start stage 2 new work. Okay. So this is
Yes.
like new work. Okay. So let's start stage 2 new work. Okay. So repeat. Present continuous.
Present continued.
Very good. Okay. Next repeat. Home.
Home.
Speak.
Speak.
That.
That.
Very good. Okay. Now let's talk about present continuous positive. Okay. So present continuous positive. Okay. Repeat. I am speaking.
I am speaking.
You are speaking.
You are speaking.
He is speaking.
He is speaking.
It is speaking.
It is speaking.
We are speaking.
We are speaking.
You are speaking.
You are speaking.
They are speaking.
They are speaking.
Very good. Okay, very good. Okay, listen. The word home is a noun. It is the house, apartment, or shelter where a person lives, with or without family. For example, we aren't going home. We're remaining in the room. Speak is a verb. It means to say, utter, or articulate words with the use of our voice in a conversation. For example, we aren't speaking French. We are speaking English. That is a pronoun. We use the word that to indicate a person, thing, idea, state, event, time, remark, etc. For example, this is my book, and that is your book. That is her book. Okay, very good. So that's present continuous. Okay, now let's have present continuous positive. So it means things that we are doing now. Positive. It's not no, it's yes, positive sentence. Okay. So present continuous positive, we use the present continuous for an action that we are doing now. Present continuous action we are doing now. So when we say positive, it means we are doing now. Okay. For another example is, for example, okay, I can set up so I'm doing it now. I'm going to the door. I'm coming from the door. Okay, another example is I'm doing it now. I'm opening the book. I'm closing the book. Okay, so let's practice. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're opening the
You are
book.
opening the book.
What am I doing? What am I doing? You're
You are
closing the book.
closing the book.
Very good. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're going to
You
the
are
window.
going to the window.
Well, what am I doing? What am I doing? You're going
You are
to the
going
door.
to the door.
Very good. Are you speaking English? Are you speaking English? Yes, I'm
Yes,
speaking
I'm
English.
speaking English.
Very good. Is he sitting on a chair? Is he sitting on a chair? Yes, he's
Yes,
sitting on a
he is
chair.
sitting on the chair.
Very good. Okay, so we're done with present continuous positive. Now let's talk about present continuous negative. Okay, so present continuous doing now. Negative, it means we are not doing now. Okay, repeat. I am not speaking.
I am not speaking.
You are not speaking.
You are not speaking.
He is not speaking.
He is not speaking.
She is not speaking.
She is not speaking.
It is not speaking.
It is not speaking.
We are not speaking.
We are not speaking.
You are not speaking.
You are not speaking.
They are not speaking.
They are not speaking.
Very good. So those are examples of present continuous negative. Okay, listen. For negative present continuous, we say the word not. For example, I'm not speaking French. You are not standing on the table. Okay, so let's practice. Am I writing in the book? Am I writing in the book? No,
No,
you aren't
you
writing
aren't writing
in the
in
book.
the book.
You're reading the book.
You're reading the book.
Very good. Are you speaking French? No. Are you speaking Japanese? Are you speaking Japanese? No, I'm not
No,
speaking
I'm not
Japanese.
speaking Japanese.
I'm speaking English.
I'm speaking English.
Very good. Is he standing on the floor? Is he standing on the floor? No,
No,
he isn't
he
standing
isn't
on the
standing
floor.
on the
He's
floor.
sitting
He
on
is
the
sitting
chair.
on the chair.
Uh, Is she speaking French? Is she speaking French? No, she
No, she
isn't speaking
isn't
French.
speaking French.
She's
She
speaking
speaks
English.
English.
Are we going home? Are we going home? No, we aren't
No,
going
we
home.
aren't going
We're
home.
remaining
We are
in the room.
remaining in the room.
Right? Are they standing behind the house? Are they standing behind the house? No, they
No,
aren't
they
standing
aren't standing
behind the
behind
house.
the house.
They are
They are
standing
standing
in
in front of
the
house.
house. Very good. Okay, so we're done with present continuous positive, present continuous negative. Now let's have present continuous questions. Okay, so asking questions with the present continuous. Okay, so present continuous positive. Repeat, you are speaking.
You are speaking.
Very good. Present continuous question. Are you speaking?
Are you speaking?
Very good. So from positive, we change it to negative. Are you speaking? Just change the verb. Okay, listen. Okay, so you are speaking is a positive sentence. For questions, we put the word are before you and we say, are you speaking? Okay, so let's practice. Are you sitting on a chair? Are you sitting on a chair? Yes, I'm
Yes,
sitting on
I'm
a
sitting
chair.
on the chair.
Very good. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? You're closing the
You are
book.
closing the book.
Very good. Ask me a question with the present continuous. Ask me a question with the present continuous, please. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Very good. Okay, next. Let's have present simple.
Present
Present simple.
present simple.
Yeah, we're done with present continuous. Now we have present simple. Okay, but first repeat do,
Do,
does,
does,
Japanese,
Japanese,
Chinese.
Chinese.
Very good. Okay, listen. Present. Now we have present simple positive. Okay, repeat. I speak.
I speak.
You speak.
You speak.
He speaks.
He speaks.
He speaks.
She speaks.
It speaks.
It speak.
We speak.
We speak.
You speak.
You speak.
They speak.
They speak.
Very good. Okay, listen. Those are examples of present simple positive. Okay, listen. We use the present continuous for an action we are doing now at the moment, while we use the present simple for an action we do generally. We always do. For example, now you are speaking English, but generally you speak Japanese, right? Okay. Now, now I'm not reading a book, but generally I read book. Okay. Let's practice. What's the difference between the present continuous and the present simple? What's the difference between the present continuous and the present simple? The difference
The
between
difference
the
between
present
the
continuous
present
and the
continuous
present
and
simple
the
is
present
that
simple
we
is
use
that
the
we
present
use the
continuous
present
for an
continuous
action
for an action
we are doing now,
we are doing now,
whereas we
whereas
use the
we
present
use
simple
the present
for an
simple
action
on, on,
for an
for, an,
action
for an
we
action
do generally.
we do generally.
Very good. Okay, listen. With present simple, we use the word do. The word do hasn't got any meaning, but we use it in questions and negative sentences. For example, we say, do you speak Japanese? Or you do not speak Japanese. Okay, so let's practice. Are you reading this book? Are you reading this book? No, I'm not
No,
reading
I'm
that
not
that
reading that
that book.
book.
Do you read books? Do you read books? Yes, I
Yes,
read books.
I'm reading read book.
I read books.
I read books.
Very good. Are you writing? Are you writing? No, I'm not
No,
writing.
I'm not writing.
Very good. Do you write? Do you write? Yes, I write.
Yes, I do. I write.
Very good. Am I going to the door? Am I going to the door? No, you aren't
No, you
going to the
aren't
door.
going to the
You're
door.
remaining on the
You are
chair.
remaining on the chair.
Very good. Do I go to the door after the lesson? Do I go to the door after the lesson? Yes, you
Yes,
go to the
you
door
go to the door
after
after
the
the
lesson.
lesson.
Very good. Okay, next. Listen. For the pronoun he, she, and it, we use the words does. For example, we say, does he speak Japanese? And he does not speak Japanese. Okay, so let's practice. Is he going home? Is he going home? No, he
No,
isn't
he
going
isn't
home.
going home.
He's remaining in the
He's
room.
he's he's remaining on the room
In the room.
in the room.
Does he go home after the lesson? Does he go home after the lesson? Yes, he goes
Yes, he
home.
go home.
With S. He goes home
He goes home
after the
after the
lesson.
lesson.
Very good. Okay. Is she speaking? Is she speaking? No, she
No,
isn't
she
speaking.
isn't speaking.
Does she speak? Does she
Does
speak?
she?
Yes, he
Yes,
does speak.
she does speak.
Very good. Okay. Next, repeat. Do not.
Do,
Okay. Do not.
do not,
Don't.
don't,
Does not.
does not,
Doesn't.
doesn't,
Remain.
remain.
Very good. Okay. Listen. We are going to talk about present simple negative. Okay. So repeat. I do not speak.
I do not speak.
You do not speak.
You do not speak.
He does not speak.
He does not speak.
She does not speak.
She does not speak.
It does not speak.
It does not speak.
We do not speak.
We do not speak.
You do not speak.
We do not speak.
They do not speak.
They do not speak.
Very good. Okay, listen. For the negative of the present simple, we use the words do not. And we say, I do not speak Chinese. So it means I really don't speak Chinese generally because I don't know how. The construction of do not is don't. So we can say, I don't speak Chinese instead of saying, I do not speak Chinese. Let's practice. What's the negative of I speak? What's the negative of I speak? The negative of I
The
speak
negative of I
is I
speak
don't speak.
is I don't speak.
Very good. Do you remain here after the lesson? Do you remain here after the lesson? No, I
No,
don't remain
I
here
don't remaining
after the
here
lesson.
after the lesson.
I go home.
I go home.
Very good. Do they speak Japanese? Do they speak Japanese? No, they
No,
don't speak
they don't
Japanese.
speak
They
Japanese.
speak
They
English.
speak English.
Very good. Okay, next. Listen. For the pronouns he, she, and it, we use the words does not for the negative, and we say he does not speak Chinese. The contraction of does not is doesn't. So we can say he doesn't speak Chinese. Let's practice. What's the negative of he speaks? What's the negative of he speaks? The negative
The
of
negative
he
of
speaks
he
is
speaks
he doesn't
is
speak.
he doesn't speak.
Where does he speak Japanese? Does he speak Japanese? No, he
No,
doesn't
he
speak
doesn't speak
Japanese.
Japanese.
He
He
speaks
speak
English.
English.
He speaks English.
He speaks English.
Very good. Does she remain here after the lesson? Does she remain here after the lesson? No,
No,
she doesn't
she
remain
doesn't
here
remaining
after.
here
Oh,
after the
not
lesson.
remaining. No, he doesn't
No,
remain
no,
here
she doesn't remaining here
after the lesson.
after the
She
lesson.
goes home
She goes
after the
home
lesson.
after the lesson.
Very good. Does he write in German? Does he write in German? No, he
No,
doesn't
she
write
doesn't write
in German.
in
She
German.
writes in
She
English.
writes in English.
Very good. Next, we're done with present simple positive, present simple negative. Let's have present simple question. Okay, so the things that we're asking if we do it generally. Okay, so to ask the question, we say, repeat, do I speak?
Do I speak?
Do you speak?
Do you speak?
Does he speak?
Does he speak?
Does she speak?
Does she speak?
Does it speak?
Does it speak?
Do we speak?
Do we speak?
Do you speak?
Do you speak?
Do they speak?
Do they speak?
Very good. Okay, listen. For questions, we use the words do and does. And we say, do you speak Chinese or does she write in German? Okay, let's practice. Ask me a question with the word do. Ask me a question with the word do, please. Do you speak
Do
English?
you speak English?
Do they read? Their books. Okay. Do
Do,
they
do
read
they read? Do they read
their
their books
books at home?
at home?
Very good. Ask me a question with the word does. Ask me a question with the word does, please. Does he speak
Does
Chinese?
he speak Chinese?
Does she read books
Does she read
in
books
French?
in French?
Very good. Okay, next. Repeat about.
About
Page.
page.
Very good. Okay, listen. About. The word about is an adverb. It means a little more or less than the stated number or amount, like an estimate about. For example, there are about 20 million people in my country. There are about 20 things in this room. Page is a noun. It is one side of a piece of a paper in a book or newspaper. For example, there are about 100 pages in this book. Okay, let's practice. About how many people are there in your country? About how many people are there in your country? There are
They
about
are about
100 million
100
people
million
in
people
my country.
in my country.
Right. About how many things are there in your room? About how many things are there in your room? There are about
There are about uh,
how many? Estimate. 100, 20, 50,
one, uh,
100 things.
100
Things in
things
my room.
in my room.
Very good. About how many pages are there in this book? About how many pages are there in this book? There are about
There are about
how many? Just an
50,
estimate.
how many? They are about 50 pages
Pages in that book.
in that book.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Can.
10
Oh, can. Very good.
can.
Okay, listen. Can is a verb. It means to be able to. For example, can you speak English? Yes, I can
Can you
speak
speak
English.
English?
Okay, listen. Can you touch that book? Yes, I can touch that book. It means you're able to touch that book. Can you read and write? Yes, I can read and write. Okay, let's practice. Can you speak Japanese? Can you speak Japanese? Yes, I can
Yes,
speak
I can speak
Japanese.
English, Japanese.
Very good. Can you touch this book? Can you touch this book? No, I can't
No, I
touch that
can't
book.
touch that book.
Can you read and write? Can you read and write? Yes, I can
Yes,
read
I
and write.
can read and write.
Very good. Next, repeat. Like,
Write.
dislike,
Dislike.
cinema,
Cinema.
television.
Television.
No more television.
Television.
Very good. Okay, listen. Like, the word like is a verb. It means to enjoy or approve of something or someone. For example, I like my city. I like this picture. Dislike is a verb. It is the opposite of like. For example, I don't like the cinema. I dislike the cinema. I don't like this picture. I dislike that picture. Let's practice. Do you like your city? Do you like your city? Yes or no?
Yes,
I like
yes,
my
I like
city.
my city.
Very good. Do you dislike the cinema? Do you dislike the cinema? Yes or no?
And now
I don't dislike the cinema.
I don't dislike
The
the
cinema.
cinema.
I like the cinema.
I like the cinema.
Very good. Do you like that picture? Do you like that picture? Yes or no?
Yes, I like the picture.
Very good. Do you dislike television? Do you dislike television? No, I
And
don't
no, I
dislike
don't dislike
television.
the television.
I like
I
television.
like the television.
Very good. Does she dislike television? Does she dislike television? No, she
No,
doesn't
she
dislike
doesn't
television.
dislike
She
television.
likes
She
television.
likes television.
Very good. Next, repeat. Right,
Right,
left.
left.
Very good. Okay, listen. This is my left hand, and this is my right hand. So right, left. Okay, so let's practice. What's hand's this? What's hand's this? It's your left hand.
It's your left hand.
Which hand's this? Which hand's this? It's your right hand.
It's your right hand.
Very good. Okay. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're putting your
You are
left hand
putting your
on
left
the book.
hand on that book.
Very good. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're closing
You are
your right
closing
eye.
your right eye.
Very good. Next, repeat. Moving.
Moving.
Still.
Heal.
With the S. Still.
Still.
Completely.
Completely.
Very good. Okay, listen. For example, still is a verb. For example, my hand isn't moving. It's still. Moving is a verb. For example, I'm not sitting still. I'm moving. Completely is an adverb. For example, I don't generally sit completely still in the lesson. I move. He doesn't generally sit completely still in the lesson. He moves. Okay, let's practice. Is my is my hand moving? Is my hand moving? No. Your
No,
hand
your
isn't
hand
moving.
isn't
It's
moving.
still.
It's still.
Am I sitting still? Am I sitting still? No. You
No,
aren't
you
sitting
aren't
still.
sitting
You're
still.
moving.
You are moving.
Are all the parts of your body still now? Are all the parts of your body still now? No. Not
No,
all the
not
parts of
all the
my
parts
body
of
are
my
still
body
now.
are still now.
My mouth and my
My
tongue
mouth and my tongue
are moving.
are moving.
Very good. Do you generally sit completely still in the lesson? Do you generally sit completely still in the lesson? No, I don't
No,
generally
I don't
sit
generally
completely
still.
still, completely
I don't
still
complete still
in the lesson.
in the
I
lesson.
move.
I move.
One more. No,
Um,
I don't generally
no,
sit
I don't generally sit
completely still in
completely
the
still
lesson.
in the
I
lesson.
move.
I move.
Does she generally sit completely still in the lesson? Does she generally sit completely still in the lesson? Yes or no?
No,
She
she
doesn't generally sit
doesn't generally sitting
completely
on
still
complete still
in the lesson.
in the
She
lesson.
moves.
She moves.
Very good. Okay, so now let's move on to reading. Okay, very good. So our reading is at stage 1, page 11. Last headword was
Yes.
putting on. Okay, please start at paragraph page 12. Headword opening, closing.
Okay.
Paragraph page 12, stage 1.
Page 12.
12. Opening,
12.
closing.
Opening. Oh, oh, oh. Ah, okay. Okay,
Mhm.
here. Uh, Opening, closing. Am I closing the door? No, you aren't closing the door. You're opening the book. Am I opening the window? No, you aren't opening the window. You're closing the book. Doing. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're taking the book from. You're taking the book from the table. You're opening the book. Hmm? What am I doing? You're opening the book. What am I doing? You're closing the book. What am I doing? You're putting the book on the table.
Very good.
Which? Which pencil's black? This pencil's black. Which pencil's white? This pencil's white. Which pencil's green? This pencil's green. Which pencil's brown? This pencil's brown. Open. Close. Which book's open? This book's open. Which book's closed? This book's closed. This, that, chat. What color this pencil? This pencil's black. What color that pencil? That pencil's white. Where's this pencil? This pencil's on the chart. Where's the pencil? This pencil's on the wall. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Plural of, etc. What the plural of book? The plural of book is books. What the plural of clock? The plural of clocks is clocks. But the plural of wall? The plural of wall is walls. Where are we sitting? Yes, we are sitting. Where are we sitting? We are sitting on the chair. There. Are they standing? Yes, they are standing. Where are they standing? They are standing in front of the house.
Very good. Okay, so we stop there for today, but very good reading, very good dictation, and very good practice for today.